welcome back to
Internet
Internet
girls.
Girls. Bow, bow,
Dun dun
bow.
dun.
It
Coming
was
to you
similar.
as two ill girls who are struggling.
Oh my gosh. If you were watching this on YouTube, I feel very sorry for you because I am very much giving scarecrow
And
and not.
I have a pimple I'm trying to hide with my microphone. So
No,
turn it off and listen to us instead.
yeah. When I say scarecrow, not in like the chic Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen cool way, like in the what is going scary Halloween girl way. Not cute.
Yeah. No, Tori's actually looking like a scarecrow. I'm like, yeah, I'm with you on that. I thought I looked bad. I can say that because you always look so good.
Oh, that is so not true, but you can say it because it doesn't matter.
I'm like, no bra, pimples on my face, like just woke up from my migraine nap, like
At least the
kill me.
migraine's gone. Oh my gosh, good riddance. Thank
Thank God.
goodness.
Thank God. And you know what's funny is I was getting all these messages like, that's a sign of preeclampsia. And I'm like, oh, girl, I'm all over that. Me taking my blood pressure twice a day, like in my little program. Like, don't even worry. Don't even worry.
No, oh my gosh. Okay, Hannah and I have been like deep diving on blood pressure.
Learning the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts.
Yeah, Hannah has been monitoring hers closely throughout the pregnancy. And her and I were just talking about it, and Matt, and we were like asking questions because my blood pressure, fun fact, is always really, really low. At the doctors, they're always like,
Yeah, because the other day I've been having like high blood pressure in pregnancy, which is why I'm going to be induced at 38 weeks. They put me on like another like blood pressure medication or something. And I woke up and I took my blood pressure and I got a text immediately that was like, your blood pressure is dangerously low. Like, stop taking your medication. And I was like, wait, why do I kind of feel proud though that it was high and now it's like, it's actually really low. Like, okay, so you think I'm skinny?
so you're calling me a skinny legend.
Yeah. I'll take it. And then Tori was like, mine's always low. And I was like, that's giving popular girl.
No, apparently it's not good either because the doctor's like every time I get it. But I did ask Matt, who has to monitor people. That's like one of the nurses' like main jobs is to make sure that their vitals are in normal ranges. So he knows like a lot about blood pressures,
Yeah, I would
And-
hope so.
yeah. Which I didn't realize that's part of his like main job, He really gave Hannah and I more information than we asked for, which he always does, and I always forget. Anytime I ask him something medical, not to be mean, love my husband, he's so cute and sweet, but like I always forget. I'll have a medical question and I'll ask him, and then it's like he just keeps going and then wants to get more intricate into it, and then it's like I no longer care. Like I just wanted to know the basic information. I got that. Just like let's stop there. I'm gonna stop you right there.
I feel like that's a man thing, I fear, because like all the men in my life do that too. But John has been trained. Like he knows that if he goes too in depth about like software engineering stuff, I'm checked out. I'm in Hawaii. I'm on a trip somewhere. I'm not in the room with him anymore.
I'm always like, Matt, okay, I got it. Stop, I got it. And he's like, but wait. I'm like, no.
He's so excited. That's how you know it's their passion, at least.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't care. Oh, these poor guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're over here like, oh my God, do you want to hear all about my day as an influencer?
Or I'm like, do you want to hear what's going on TikTok? Like,
yeah,
I need you to sit here and act like you're interested in every single
exactly.
detail.
I know. But like they need to listen to us. That stuff's so much more important.
Anyways, we did take the week off of Christmas. Basically, Hannah and I have been chilling because it's the week right now as we're recording this. It's that week that you don't do anything, because it's like between Christmas and New Year.
The best.
There should be a name for this week.
Rot week.
Yeah, Rot week.
Rot week. exactly what it feels like. I usually, I was like analyzing how I feel about this time of year because usually I have a lot of anxiety about this time of year because I hate like a stressful like new beginning. And January always feels like this like time where you're like, all right, I have to hit the ground running and I have to like do all this stuff and it's the beginning of the year and I just like hate that. This year, it doesn't really feel like a new beginning for me because the beginning is going to be when I have a baby in my arms. And so
Mhm.
I feel just like so calm and like not stressed at all about the new year. And I'm just like, yeah, what's going to change? Am I going to take another nap? Like, okay.
You're like,
I'm
I
so scared.
still have like a month and a half a month and a half left of nap central over here.
Exactly. I'm like, not much is going to change. I don't see myself working any harder than I am right now. So
No,
it's not
good
like
for
I'm going to
you.
go like have like a new exercise routine at
Yeah.
like 32 weeks pregnant. So I'm going to be
No.
here on my couch. Like it's chill.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna book a trip, or something like
Oh, that would be fun though.
that. Would it really though? You really just want to lay around,
Oh,
which I
not
don't.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what I would want to do if I were you. I'd be like, my goal is to be horizontal.
That is my goal. Cause now it's like kind of painful if I'm like standing too much.
Hmm.
So I am horizontal
Good for
like
you.
most of the time and it's giving bed rest. But I made that choice.
Hey, I feel like third trimester is bed rest trimester, right? That's
Oh,
that's in my
100%.
in my head. That's what it is,
The
right?
problem is that's what the first trimester was too. So you really only get like 3 good months in there. And
Oh,
now I'm like, all right, I'm living horizontally again now I'm in pain even when I'm laying down. So that's fun.
uh,
Pregnancy.
gosh. Well,
What a
speaking of
journey.
pain and health pain, I went to the rheumatologist. I had like my second appointment with her, and she did some blood tests. And y'all remember my toe pain that I was complaining about? And I was like, random toe pain, so weird. Could barely walk that one day,
Yeah,
and then it just
yeah.
like hurt, which it never fully went away. It's still
Oh,
yeah, it never fully went away, but it just doesn't hurt that bad. Like it's totally walkable. Like I'm saying the pain is at like a half, like a one or a half. It's just kind of sore if I were to like touch that part of my foot. I'd have to feel around for it.
geez.
But I've gotten a diagnosis, guys.
Oh my God.
And that diagnosis is psoriatic arthritis. I'm not sure if I said that right. Psoriatic.
It's giving one of those like health commercials. Like, do you have psoriatic arthritis? Do you want to live your days pain free? Take our medication,
Yeah, Sky
Jumanjifen.
Rizzy.
Oh, you Sky Rizzy.
That's
We love
probably
Sky Rizzy in this household.
that's probably a Sky Rizzy commercial right there. Which my doctor, she was like, yeah, that's very weird. And then she was like, asked me about other pains. I was like, yeah, I thought everyone had chronic back pain. That's like a thing, right? And she was like, no. I was like,
Oh no.
oh, because I have had chronic back pain, but I've cheered my entire life, like
Mm,
even in college. So I chalked it up to that. I'm like, that's from cheerleading, that's from cheer, like back handsprings and stuff. Like I was in the chiropractor 5 days a week in high school.
oh,
And so like did not think anything of this chronic back pain that comes and goes all the time. And anytime it comes, I'm just like, oh, I must have slept on my back wrong in a weird way and tweaked that like
mm-hmm.
back issue that I have from cheerleading all those years. Anyway, she was like, okay, I'm gonna order all of these X-rays, and I was like, that's a weird thing to do, X-rays, but okay. Interesting choice. But so then and what's cool about my doctor's office is like it's in the thing, which I know, I'm sure Kaiser's like that, but not all like hospitals are like that's where you have a doctor's appointment and then you get to go like,
Oh.
yeah, that's like a big city thing.
Oh wow. I feel so special.
All these x-rays done of like my hands, feet, and my back. And my back or my hands and feet are normal, but my back, they found this thing, I forget what it's called. It's like sclerotitis from arthritis. It means that in the left side of my back. And my back right now hurts so bad. Like I'm in 10 out of 10 pain for my back
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
But this happens all the time. But like I said, I've just always thought, even like it's happened constantly. Like there's times where I've been with you and my back's in this much pain, but I just chalk it up to like just normal, slept on it wrong or something, and just like go through the day. I got the results back. She was like, I'm pretty positive that's what you have. Like she was checking my psoriasis and stuff, and she was like, I think that's it. She was like, I don't want to like put it. She was like, it also could be like these other types of arthritis that are like a branch off of so something arthritis, arthritis.
Ask Matt how it's pronounced.
Yes, which is basically just like psoriasis arthritis. Then I get the images came back like the next day or yesterday actually. And so I was clicking like my test results and they all came in my back. I like have that. So yeah, that's like, I guess that's what it is. And still don't know, like, because I had that really crazy health thing where
Yeah,
like
I
when
was
you're
like, could that be related to like the migraines?
well, what she said is that like migraines are not typically like associated with like arthritis, but actually there's been studies on a big link between that type of arthritis and migraines.
No way.
And so what they think is my body was under so much inflammation during that
Mm.
time that, and because my, what do you call this, or my scalp psoriasis had never been more like
Your Florida
angry.
rash?
My Florida rash had never been more angry in its entire life right before I had that event happen to me. And then I think it was just so inflamed that I had that like crazy headache because all the
Yeah.
inflammation. Because
Oh, fun.
really, in a migraine is just inflammation in your body. Isn't that
Hmm.
crazy?
I'm very inflamed.
Me too.
Mm.
Both of our inflammations are always high too because PCOS is.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Mhm.
High inflammation.
Anyways,
Damn.
actually, inflammation is like the worst thing. It's the leading cause of like almost every single disease. So even if you like haven't developed the disease, like that's what triggers diseases in your body. If you're predisposed to them, is like having high inflammation. So like the best thing that anyone can do for themselves is get inflammation down across the board. Do anything just like in your life, you should just be trying to like monitor your inflammation levels.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have high inflammation, like I would just do things that are like low inflammatory.
Yeah.
Also, we live in America, so we're fighting against inflammation because
We really are.
everything here is bad for you.
I know, seriously. If we could just move to Europe for, I was going to say for like a year, but like forever, we'd probably be in much better shape.
Oh my gosh, for real. Matt sends me links to like farms for sale in Italy like once a week. It's
Oh,
like,
do it. You haven't settled yet. You can still go to Italy.
I know, but and they're so cheap. The farms in Italy are like $20,000.
Yeah, do it. Done.
Hannah, we should buy one together.
I'm in. I have the cash. Let's go.
Let's go. We could do it right now. What's
Oh my
stopping us?
God. What is stopping us from buying a farm in Italy
And
and
then we
then
could just
filling it with baby cows?
yeah, and we could go there whenever we felt like it. Like, John could be like, I'm gonna work from Italy this month.
Wait, yeah, I could take my whole maternity leave in Italy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I think we're on to something here. Life hack.
Yeah. Split a farm in Italy with your best friend. $10,000 each. That's all it takes.
I literally just saw this video on TikTok that was like the weeks between like Christmas and like the New Year. Don't make any like big decisions. And here I am like, I just think a farm in Italy sounds like a great idea. Take my money.
No, for real though. I'm trying to think back of for Christmas. How was your Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas was good. I feel like this whole break has just been so nice because I don't have that usual like New Year's anxiety. Also because I have been like so low key. So like usually for Christmas we have like Christmas Eve dinner, like Christmas dinner, and we're all doing stuff and we're getting dressed up. And this year I was like, I can't. I am in pain. I feel like the second I entered the third trimester, like literally the day, that I hit 28 weeks pregnant, all the pain came. I was like, what? It was like clockwork. And I mean, I felt like that with the first going into the second trimester too, that I was like, wait, I feel a million times better like the day I hit the second trimester. And then, of course, now I'm like dying. There are just so many things that like I didn't really know about, like sciatica. Do you know what sciatica is?
Is that the No, 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 that's
Yeah,
not
it's
it.
like a shooting pain, like in your butt, down your leg, kind of.
Okay, that is my thing that's messed up. My
Oh,
sciatic
shit.
on my left side.
Yeah, mine's on
But
my right.
but
And
mine doesn't go down my leg. Does yours go down
mine,
your leg?
no, mine's just in the butt area.
Mine's in the butt area too.
Yeah.
That's what hurts constantly.
But I was with one of my friends and we were like walking around and I was like, "Oh, sorry, my butt just hurts so bad." And she was like, sciatica?" And I was like, "No, it's just butt pain." It is sciatica
It's
fully.
pregnancy butt pain. It's a
I know.
thing.
I'm like, you wouldn't understand. It's I was calling it pelvic pain for a while. I'm like, but it gets so bad some days that I'll just be like walking through the house and it'll hit me and I'll just like yell out.
Wow.
Like it's just debilitating. And it doesn't last that long, but then I'll have to like go sit down. And so now like walks are hard. And just walking around the block is like super painful because I have to like deal with sciatica flare ups. And then there's also this like round ligament pain, which honestly feels like period cramps. It's like kind of in your groin, like bottom of your stomach, like pelvic area. And it
Okay.
basically, when you're pregnant, it's just like your ligaments are like stretching and your
Mhm.
uterus is stretching. So it's like putting pressure on these ligaments. And I remember having a little bit of that in early second trimester, but as soon as I hit the third, and she's like 3.5 pounds now, so like she's big, I was just like, oh my God, I just have this dull, aching, like cramp like pain like all day. So I wrote my doctor. I was like, am I good? Like, this isn't labor, right? And she was like, nope, that's round ligament pain. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck. I was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
oh. So I bought one of those pregnancy belly bands. And I gotta say, it works. I thought I was gonna be wasting my money here. I thought I was gonna return it, but it literally like holds up your belly and it like supports it and it helps so much. So I've been trying to like wear that whenever I go on walks or like go out, which is, I feel like it's kind of embarrassing because I wear leggings a lot and you just like see it through your leggings, but whatever.
Yeah,
So
at some point I don't even care. You just gotta make it through the day, you know?
exactly, make it through the day. And then also like the first trimester tiredness has come back, which I was like so tired in the first trimester. I don't think it's quite that bad, but even like getting the ring light to like set up for the podcast, I was like, my legs are jello. I just woke up from a nap and I'm like, I'm so tired. Like, so anyway, not to be complainy, but it's really hard. And everyone keeps telling me, they're like, oh, I'm postpartum. Like, I just had my baby. And they're like, you're in the worst of it. They're like, getting up every hour in the night is nothing compared to how you feel now. And I'm like, okay, I'm
But
kind of
that's
happy
good.
about that. Yeah,
Yeah, I would
that's a
think
beautiful feeling.
that would be reassuring.
It is.
Yeah.
It's super reassuring because, like, this honestly just feels so hard. And the thought of like taking care of an infant, I'm like, how the fuck am I going to do this? But everyone's like, no, no. Like, once you give birth, your motivation comes back, your energy comes back, like, you're superwoman again. And I'm like, good, because right now I'm a sloth. Like, I can do nothing.
Yeah. No,
Mm.
because to me the most intimidating part of having a
Baby.
child, sorry, is getting up in the middle of the night. For me personally, like
Yeah.
multiple times. I don't know what it is about that that's like scary to me. Like what if I accidentally, because I sleep through alarms sometimes, like, you know,
Yeah.
but I heard you just don't. So
Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to continue sleeping with earplugs. Like, she will have to cry very loud, or, you know, wake John up, who's a very light sleeper.
oh, there
But
you go.
yeah. No, I felt the same way. But the thing is, once you're in your third trimester, you're up throughout the night anyway
Hmm.
because you're peeing all the time.
It's just
Wait,
preparing you. It's just preparing you.
yeah, your body's like, oh no, because everyone's like, oh, enjoy the sleep while you can. It's like, what sleep? I'm in pain. I'm getting up to pee every like 2, 3 hours. Like, I'm already up. May as well give me a cute baby to look at. Like,
No, for
Okay, wait, we
real.
have to talk about the leaks.
The leaks. Oh my
The
gosh.
leaks. So this was a new thing that started happening to me like a couple weeks ago too. And I don't know if this is avoidable, but I sneeze now and like pee comes out and I'm just constantly peeing myself.
No, I'm like, yeah, that's what happens to me, and I'm not pregnant, you know?
Tori and I are connected by this now.
We're pea
Like
sister.
we are pea sisters. I've had some embarrassing moments. And sometimes I can't even tell John. I'll just be like, the only person I can tell is Tori because she's been through this. And sometimes I'm like, that was really bad. And then I write her and she's like, no, that's happened to me like several times. I'm like, okay.
No, I've actually been thinking about you because I've been meaning to tell you, other than period underwear, what's even better that you need to get, this would change your life, is a couple of pairs of period sleep shorts.
Oh, yeah, I have those.
There you go. That is
Yeah.
it. That's the ticket.
But then I have to wear those like all day because you never know when it's going to strike.
I know.
Sometimes I sneeze and I'm fine. Other times I sneeze and I'm like, well, I've peed myself now. So that's great.
No, I'm never fine. If I sneezed, I did pee a little. Just so
Oh,
everyone
man.
knows. If I
You should
cough,
work on pelvic floor exercises.
I don't know what it is. Like,
Kegels?
I
I don't
don't
know.
I don't know.
Oh,
But
I'm going to be taking classes about how to like strengthen my pelvic floor postpartum. So I'll let you know.
you're like, I am solving this. I am
Yeah, I'm not living like this. Wait, I have to tell you guys. All right, I was thinking about this. I told Tori this story. It's probably one of my most embarrassing, but you know what? You guys are my pals, so I'm going to tell you what happened. So I still can't brush my teeth without gagging. Like every single morning that happens, but I also can't stand having dirty teeth. So I just like push through it. But this one morning, I like took a shower, got my little robe on, brushing my teeth. And then I was like, I was gagging so hard that I was like, I have to throw up. So I go squat over my toilet in my robe and I start throwing up. And while I'm throwing up, I feel myself peeing on the floor of my bathroom. And I couldn't stop because like I had to keep throwing up because I was so sick. But every time I'd like throw up, like more pee would come out. And I felt like a dog. I was like, even my dogs don't pee on the floor of my house. Like, and then I had to like walk of shame, like into the kitchen to like get all the cleaning supplies and the Clorox and like clean up my own pee. And that is pregnancy.
See, that's so funny. But with my like pee situation, anytime I throw up, I pee for sure.
I don't know how you live like this, woman.
I don't throw up a lot. It was really bad during my, college drinking.
Mm. Well, I've never done this before. And just that was a lot for me. That was like a real moment of shame. That was like a look in the mirror and really face your inner demons moment.
No, it's humbling. Every time it's humbling.
It's very humbling. So anyway, that's the stage I'm at in pregnancy. I didn't answer your question about Christmas, but that was kind of, how the week went. Like it's just couch, try to go for a walk, scream in pain, sit back on the couch, get tired of sitting on the couch, but I can't do anything else because I'm in pain. But I'm, mentally doing well.
That's good. That's what's most important in this time,
Mm. It is. It is. But yeah, I have 8 weeks to go. They're scheduling my induction. Get this baby out of me. She's going to be here. I can't believe it.
8 weeks? That's like crazy.
I know. Like I could be giving birth 8 weeks from today. Like
that's insane to me.
I'm so freaking ready. Like her nursery is almost done. It is so cute. I'm going to do a nursery reveal soon. We're just like doing like finishing details, And I don't know. We just like are so ready. I don't think I've talked about this on here, Tori. Did I? The postnatal retreat?
No. I don't think so.
Okay. I'll give you guys like a quick like glance at what my postpartum life is going to be like. So I once saw this video in I think either Korea or Japan where as part of their healthcare, when they give birth, the women and the husband and the baby or the partner get to go to a postnatal retreat center, which for them is like 30 days. And they cook all your meals for you. They take care of your baby at night so you can like heal and like get a lot of good sleep. Like, it sounds so nice.
In Japan, like everyone does this.
Yeah, like a lot of Asian countries. It's just like that's part of your healing and like healthcare. I know.
Wow. Oh.
Can you freaking believe? So, love living in San Francisco where there's such a strong Asian community. I discovered one here, and there's only like 3 in the country. Okay. And this one sounds like the best one anyway. And it's called the Village Center. It's in San Francisco, like near where I used to live in the city. And we are going to stay there just for 4 days because like it is expensive and it's not covered by healthcare, which is honestly crazy. Like things like this should exist here, you know? But yeah, we're literally like gonna have her. And then from the hospital, I'm going straight to this retreat. They have parenting classes like all day, every day. You get to like talk to the other parents. You get your own room and like tons of snacks, tons of food, like tons of learning opportunities. And then you're not on your own for the first couple days of postpartum because that sounds so scary.
No, honestly, that's just like peace of mind, you know? Like that whole experience just is like I would feel so much better. Honestly, probably more people would have kids if
I know. Honestly, you're not just like thrown into the trenches right away. And like some of these people spend like 3 or 4 weeks there. Like you can spend so much time there. And I'm like, oh, so you're rich, rich. But me, I am actually working with them, which I'm really excited for. So I'm going to be like doing content about this on my socials. But you guys, if you ever want to give birth, come to San Francisco because this is like the greatest freaking invention ever. And I love them.
for real. For real. No,
Insane.
I looked it up after Hannah told me about this and I was like, oh my gosh, if I ever get pregnant, I want to do that. And then I was like, is there any near me? The closest one is in New York City. And then other than that, there's like one in the LA area and then like one in San Francisco. And that's it.
Hmm.
That's
And
crazy.
also, like, they talked about the one in New York, actually, like, because I went for a tour. And the one in New York really doesn't sound that great. And apparently, they're like kind of secretive, but like, it's at a hotel. And they're like, it literally just feels like you're at a hotel. Like, you can't really walk around. Like, you're just trapped in your room. And then they like wheel your baby in. Like, what's nice about this place is there's like a parent lounge, there's a nursery, there's like gardens outside. Like, there's like 3 tiers of gardens where you can go like walk around. Like, there's so much like nice private space for you to just like heal and it doesn't feel like a hotel and
Oh my
I'm
God.
so excited. I'm so
No,
excited.
the dream. So,
Need it.
how much is it typically a night?
Okay, so their starting rate is $890 a night, which when I first saw that, I was like, okay, so like out of my price range. But then you break it down. You're basically getting round the clock postpartum doula support, which is fucking expensive. They're cooking all your meals for you. You're getting all your snacks, and you have things like a lactation consultant on staff like 24 hours a day. And that would be like $350 a visit, like
Girl,
separate from this.
that's actually when you girl math it like that, it's a steal.
Yeah. It's a steal. And you get to go away and like someone's taking care of your baby.
Also, and you get to heal, like, because I always feel
Exactly.
like, how is the mom supposed to heal while she's like doing all of this? You know?
Exactly. Taking care of a new human. And if you have a useless partner, which I don't, thank God. But like, can you even imagine like you go have a baby and then your partner's like, well, I need to sleep. I have to go to work, like whatever. And you have to take care of this baby by yourself at night? No.
No, 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 no.
No, 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 no. So yeah, I'm excited. Locked in. I'm going. I'm staying there. They are wonderful. We went for our tour. Like everyone's so nice. And there's so many extras too. Like they give you like a little gift baggie when you like sign in. Like they have all the formula. They have like all the stuff you need for your baby for the first few days. Like, and what's nice too is they look for signs of like any issues with you, the mom. So like they said they've caught some like life-threatening things that like sometimes you call your doctor and they're like, oh, a little bleeding's normal. But sometimes they're like, it wasn't a little bleeding. It was like a full hemorrhage. And then they like literally save lives. So
That's
I'm like,
cool.
there are no downsides. Like
Yeah.
sign me up. If I ever, I'm probably not having another kid, but if I ever did, I'd probably spend more time there.
No, for real. That's awesome. I'm so
So cool.
excited. I can't wait to hear about it after your stay.
I know. And I was like, oh, it's going to be so hard to take content, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, actually, it won't because I'm just going to stick my little phone up and like take content. Like, someone's going to be taking care of my baby.
Yeah, and too, if you
So,
need to, just get John to do it, you know?
exactly. Yeah, he's great. So,
Yeah.
I think it's so cool. So, yeah, it's called the Village Retreat Center in San Francisco. I'm stoked. We hired a doula through their like sister company too, which is Golden Gate Doula.
Mhm.
And yeah, they're just like the most wonderful people. Such a big focus on like education, which I just think that it's so lacking here. So
Mhm.
I feel like it's going to be such a nice start to my parenting journey.
I agree. I personally feel like I was going, you know how everyone's doing like their end of the year posts right now. Everyone's like summing up the year. And I did one on TikTok where I was like scrolling through pictures and was doing every trip I've ever been on this year. And I
Wow.
personally, which I went on 27 trips.
That's insane. That's
That's
like half the amount of weeks in the year.
what my dad said. My dad said that's going on a trip every 2.5
Every
weeks.
2 weeks. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So yeah, but it's a little much, and I've been thinking maybe I should like chill out a little bit. I personally feel like after I went to Iceland, like since I went to Iceland, it has been go mode. Like I feel like
Yeah.
the last half of the year from September to now is like a blur, a straight
Hmm.
blur.
No, you've been doing like the most, which I do love for you because you're not going to do this forever. Like
Yeah.
enjoy it now, enjoy it while you can before your arthritis takes up. No, I'm kidding.
No, for real, and I'm bedridden, which
But
I'm
you
kind.
have been going crazy.
No, I really have. I'm like, am I okay? Like, maybe I should chill out. But I really want to like so next year or so I made a list of like trips I want to take next year and it's very short and like more
Hmm.
intentional. It's not that short, but it's short for me. It's not 27,
Yeah.
long. It's more like 8 places. This year has just flown by. It was a good year though.
Hmm. I know. I was actually, because I'm doing a post tomorrow where I talk about like everything that happened this year. And I was like emotional because I was
Yeah.
like, wait, this was one of the best years of my life. Like, the
Oh.
first half of the year was like heavy on the traveling. Like, we went to Disney together. That was like such a fun trip. And I went to New Zealand and London to see Taylor Swift and my best friend Faye. Just like so much happened. And then I got pregnant and like a lot of it was like kind of put on hold. And I was more than okay with that because I feel like I've been traveling like crazy. I've been going like crazy. And there's just something so beautiful about just like staying home. Even though,
Mhm.
like, honestly, the first half of the pregnancy, I was still traveling a lot,
Mhm.
like going to bachelorette trips, going to Hawaii. But just like, what a crazy year. I don't know.
Speaking of the new year, I personally don't really like to do resolutions in a traditional sense because I feel like no one's going to stick to that. It's like,
Hmm.
I'd rather just have like a big underlying intention for the year. And that's what I like to do. I like to like just pick a word and just like make that like my word of the year, really show up in that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, last year my word, it's okay. My word was glow, and I just wanted like everything to glow. I wanted to feel like I was like glowing. I wanted to like feel like my life was like glow. Like I don't know. It's just like I let these words come to me. Okay, like
Yeah.
sometimes they don't make like 100% sense, but to me, like it did. It like made sense. Like I wanted just to like feel like every part of my life, like inside and out, just like glue,
Glue.
glow, glowed.
And glue did you.
I glued and I flued. But and then like the year before, which is crazy, you know what my word was that year? Was help. And it was the year I had my big health crisis. So be
Yeah.
careful what
Yeah.
you set your
They were
intentions.
like, shit, we need to make sure she focuses on this. We're in the second half of the year.
Yeah, and I literally from that year I never focused more on my health than
Yeah.
I did because and I don't know, I just think it's powerful to set an intention like that
Hmm.
for the year rather than these like hard which of course I have like hard goals that I want to do, but what's most important to me always in this time is just to like set a intention
Hmm.
rather
I
than
love it.
anything else.
Okay, so
Well,
what's your word of the year?
so drum roll please. Wait, I forgot it. Hold on. Oh, I just remembered. Okay.
Okay, second drama. I
My word for this year is growth.
love it.
Yeah. I just want to like grow as a person. I want to grow every aspect of my life. Like I want to,
On
grow
YouTube.
my bank account, like
Hell
everything.
yeah.
But all the way around, all my audience, like on YouTube, like TikTok,
Hmm.
Instagram, anything, like everything. But more importantly, I just want overall growth in every aspect of my life. I want to grow with Matt. I want to grow
Hmm.
like all the way around.
And I feel like you've spent the last month like really growing too. Like seeing how you were so scared to go to Florida and like on your trip to Oklahoma. And I honestly feel like listening to you even like mention your dad, like I just feel like you're doing so much better because you like face those things. And so I feel like it almost started early for you. And now it's like your glowing went right into your growth, and now you're about to spend the next year growing as well, and it's just going to make you such a like even better person, which is hard to imagine because you're perfect, but
Well, thank you so much because I honestly feel like that too. I'm like, wow, really closing out the year, tying up loose ends because I think last time we checked off, I was literally about to leave to go to Oklahoma, and I was really nervous about that. And I had just kind of like sort of patched things up with my dad. And when I say patch things up, I mean we had one conversation. It was a very long conversation that was in person.
Mhm.
And what I will say about that is with my dad, it feels like there wasn't like a whole lot of resolution, but there was more of a understanding, I guess, not in
Mhm.
an understanding of a way that like, oh, I understand, like it makes sense, but in a like, this is what it is, which I always knew that, which is why I kind of put it off for so
Yeah.
long. But and with my sister, who I hadn't spoken to in years, I kind of feels like with her, instead of a picking up where we left off, which is more of how it feels with my dad, it feels more of like a starting over
I love
than that.
that.
Yeah, it does feel a little weird to me though that it doesn't feel like picking up where we left off.
Yeah.
But I am glad that it's a new beginning.
Yeah, I just feel like so impressed by you because I remember when we were talking about it and I was like, I would avoid this situation. And you were like, no, I'm going to go have this conversation. And I was like, she's so strong. And you literally like did that. You faced that fear. Cause I mean, I know when I picked you up in San Francisco, you were chat GPT therapizing yourself. And it was all
Crying
about
on
this
the plane.
situation. I
Yeah.
know. And like, just to like see how far you've come in like a month is crazy. Like you really faced those fears. You really found like a nice resolution with some family members. And I just think that's such a healthy way to start the new year.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that so much because it was not easy. And it's just like something that was plaguing me for a really long
Hmm.
time. So I'm glad, and there's boundaries there that have made for myself, which is kind of hard. I'm realizing more than anything with drawing boundaries. I used to think that it was hard for other people to stick to them, which is true. But what I'm finding is I need to be holding myself accountable with boundaries too. Like, so, because you're the only person who's going to ever enforce them. So,
That's so true.
mhm.
Growth. We love it. Yeah, I've never done a word of the year, which now I regret because I've set like goals and intentions and like I don't do resolutions either. But this coming year, I think is going to be so crazy for me that the word I chose was something that I really struggle with. And I just want to like get better at in parenthood, in life. And that is, I'm such a classic Aries, patience.
Wow.
Tori knows that this is my weak point as a human.
I think that being a parent is going to do that for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to make that part, it's going to like strengthen that muscle for you, if you will.
It has to. I mean, it can't get worse.
What's so funny is randomly was like, when I was setting this up, I was like, Hannah really isn't like that patient of a person, but I don't even notice. But
I swear I like love everything about myself, but not this. And it is like the one thing that I haven't been able to like overcome. It's just to be.
But I always forget about it until like we're in a situation, and then I'm like, oh yeah.
Well, because it's just so funny that like we're such close friends because you're like so slow and I'm so impatient. And so I feel like even being friends with you like tests my patience. And I'm like, well, I don't want to fight with the girl. I love her.
I know. I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta hurry. Hannah's gonna get mad at me.
And like I wouldn't get mad at you, but I would struggle internally.
Yeah, no, I know. But I always try to be mindful of it because I know that about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a struggle. It's been a struggle forever. I have zero patience. So anyway, that's my intention for the year.
But also
get better at that.
But that's a very self-aware thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I am nothing if not self-aware.
We are self-aware girlies here.
We are. Ugh.
But also I think that's great. But I do feel like this year is going to be so magical for you, and just it's going to be everything, because every parent always says it's like it's just as magical and just as everything as they say, So I know it's going to be like that for you, and so special.
So if I can just slow down and appreciate every little moment, then it'll be perfect. We also did come up with a word for the podcast.
Yeah.
For the year.
Community. Because we really just want like to foster this community this year and just like deepen it and strengthen it, and like with our little inside jokes that we already have, and just like continue to do that stuff and just have fun. And also, guys, like even with stuff like this, like what's your word of the year? Comment it on our most recent post. Like, I don't know, we want more of that, like so that way we feel like very connected to you guys and you feel connected to us, because that is what we want here.
Yeah, because I feel like at the end of the day, it's just we're just talking to each other. And I want to hear more from you guys and like what you like about the podcast, what you don't. Well, I don't know if I want to hear what you don't like. I'm like rescind.
But constructive if you're like, I don't really enjoy those types of episodes. Sure. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. And yeah, I want to have more guests on and just like really embrace the community with you guys, because that's like what this is all about. And it's been such a crazy year. Like we started this like 6 months ago.
Just crazy.
Which is crazy. And I love it. It's just one of the bright points of my life. So I'm so glad if you guys have been here since the beginning. If this is the first episode you're listening to, like we are just so happy to have you here.
No, for real. Thank you so much for being here, because we do have some listeners that listen every week, and that just like, because I can see on the charts like the cities that they come from. So I'm assuming it's the same person, because there'll be like some abstract city. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, we're watching you. Yeah. Big brother, big sister, always watching.
Thank you guys too for just being here from the beginning, and supporting us both. Because really, people have come from our own audiences here, and then they've loved us enough together, which it makes me happy, because that's like, if they came from my audience, then they got to see how special you are and how much I love you, and then fallen in love with you too. I know tons of people came from you too, probably even more than me.
I don't know. You're a very popular presence on the clock app.
Not lately. But that's changing. Which also randomly I've been going viral on Instagram.
Oh yeah, she's a
Huge
viral sensation.
huge change for me. Who knew? You should just repost your viral videos to all the apps. Why didn't I think of that?
Everyone else knew that. When you told me you'd never posted your viral videos on Instagram, I was like, oh, that's a choice.
So I started doing that, and it's popping off now. So hopefully that'll lead into my growth year
I
and
love it.
form more communities with you guys.
Oh, one more announcement for me. I will be partaking in Sober January.
Oh, that's great. I mean, is that any?
I also partook in Sober July, Sober August, Sober September. I'm 6 months sober. More than that?
Oh my god,
That's crazy.
that is crazy. So I have a question for you. Is there anything that you haven't been able to like indulge in that you miss? You know?
I mean, I miss a nice fat joint.
Well, other than yeah, I mean like food
Obviously.
or yeah.
You know, I think it would be hard for you to do no raw fish, but for me, I don't eat raw fish, so like I don't eat any fish.
But no raw fish at all?
No.
Not even a certain type is fine.
I mean, here's the thing. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's up to you. You look at Japan, there's a whole country of pregnant women eating raw fish. Like that's just part of their culture. I feel like with deli meat too, this is how I feel. If you're getting it from like a reputable place where you're not going to get sick from it, I think it's fine. But like if you go to the gas station and get like a raw fish sushi roll, that might be a little bit riskier.
Mm, mm.
So I just think these things are like grain of salt, you know, like my doctor said no deli meat, but I've still been eating some deli meat, not often, but like if I go to like a really nice sandwich spot, it's
Yeah.
not going to get me sick, you know?
Yeah. No, totally. What
So I feel like a lot of these rules are, I don't know,
what
you do what you want with them.
what would be your first alcoholic beverage that you would
Mm,
want?
I think the only thing I've really been missing has been like a really good glass of Sauvignon Blanc.
That would be cute. That would be cute.
Mm.
You know, if I ever give birth, this is gonna be, you know what the pregnancy pic or the delivery picture is gonna be of? I'm gonna be in the hospital holding my baby, eating sushi with a glass of wine in my hand.
The way that I pictured that before you even said it, like a giant tray of raw fish, like
Yes. And actually maybe it'll be a craft cocktail. But
that'd be good. Yeah. I just like, yeah, Sauvignon Blanc is my like one, because I'm not a big alcohol person, but that's like the
yeah.
one thing that I could always go for. Like, that's just
I,
delicious.
I love a Sauvignon Blanc too.
Mm, I
At
love
least
it.
it's not like the weather for it right now, so
That's true.
you're not even probably
By
tempted
the
to.
time it's spring, I'll be drinking it.
Yeah. So, did you really even miss out? Not really.
Not really. Just like the couple times we went out to dinner and John got Sauvignon Blanc and I was just there giving him devil eyes.
That's like this one time I went like vegetarian for a short time period. We went to like my favorite steakhouse, which I don't know why. Don't
Yes,
ever
a
do that.
vegetarian.
Yeah, but he really wanted to go there. It's his favorite steakhouse too, so I was like, okay. And I was mad. Like I wasn't just I'm not normally like that. But like I'm normally happy for everyone, that kind of person, like not a jealous person like at all in my body. But I was mad. I was sitting there like like so I was being mean too. He was trying to talk to me and I was like, yeah, mm-hmm.
Oh my god. You being vegetarian doesn't really add up.
Well, no, well, I was pescatarian.
Doesn't
No,
add up.
well, I was eating like fish.
My biggest foodie friend.
I know, I know. Which I have to go like because of all this arthritis stuff. I'm about to like really go on anti-inflammatory diet, like hardcore, like I
Mm.
was when I first got sick. Just because my symptoms right now, like my psoriasis on my head is so bad right now, out of nowhere, and I had it like almost completely gone. But I went to Oklahoma and I went out to dinner with my dad, who loves to go to fancy restaurants. We went out every single night. And where do y'all think I get it from? they were steakhouses, and I was eating filet mignon every single night
Mm,
with like truffle butter and all the
mm.
things, and came back and my psoriasis is like on my head.
Okay, but like kind of worth it.
I know, I know. I think
Mm.
I should have just done like one of the nights and the rest of the nights have fish. Like, I'm
Oh
not gonna
yeah.
say I'm never ever gonna eat a steak again, but I just know for a fact with my body, like, I can't eat that like every single night,
Yeah.
you know?
Although I feel it might be risky to order fish in Oklahoma.
Right? That's what I was
Like
thinking.
steak is safer.
Yeah, how was I gonna not order a steak at a
Yeah.
steakhouse in Oklahoma?
Yeah, there's no fish in sight.
Wait, I kind of did want to say aloud like my goals for the year, even though I'm not like gonna like the word of the year is the most important, but I just
Hmm.
think that there's something like powerful in saying this out loud in a public forum. And I want to make a video like this too, maybe like the first week of January. But I would like to hit like 75K Instagram followers this year, excuse me. Maybe 100, but 75K would be great. And then on TikTok, if TikTok doesn't go away, I would like to hit 500,000. Actually, I
Oh,
really wanted to do 650,000.
I could see this for you.
Yeah. And then on YouTube, because I really want to start YouTube this year, like 50,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn, I love it.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think you could do it.
Yeah, so these are big numbers and big goals, and I get it, but I need to like I used to believe that I could 100% accomplish all these things, and then like somewhere towards the end of the year last year, I really started doubting myself, and so I really want to change that. And so that's
Yeah.
why I'm like saying this right now like aloud for
I
myself.
love it. I love that. And I think, I mean, you and I are kind of in the same boat of thinking that, like, if you set your mind to it, you can do it.
Mhm.
So set your mind to it. And I think you're going to be soaring, girl. Oh, you guys. Well, I mean, what's crazy is like we're recording this on December 30th, and you guys aren't going to hear this until the first week of 2025. But we're so excited to be going with you guys into another year. And well, I mean, a second year with the pod, established 2024 going into 2025. That's just so cool. And we have big plans this year. So I'm really excited. You know, after my brief hiatus where I will have a baby, things are going to happen.
Yes, we have big plans for the podcast. For our long-term goals for us guys, and I'm saying us like you listening to this and me and Hannah, like we want to do a tour eventually. We want to have some merch. We want to have like so many episodes where you guys write in and like give us your stories that we share on here. This is
Hmm.
gonna, we want this to be our podcast, all of our
Yeah.
podcasts, not just
So if
like,
you're here now, you're here at the beginning.
yeah,
And that's magical, beautiful. Get excited.
100%. Because
Mm.
we're going places.
Yeah, we are. Thanks for catching up with us, you guys. You know where to find us. Internet Girls Pod, that's girls with a Z. It's on YouTube. Maybe don't watch this one on YouTube because we look scary. But Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. We are Handily Lifestyle and Torri Sunshine on Instagram, TikTok, wherever. Email us, DM us. We're your buddies. So excited to go into this new year with you. And don't forget to rate and subscribe because what a gift that would be for the new year, getting another beautiful glowing rating.
Yes, every time Hannah and I get one, we get so excited. If you would like to make our day, that makes our day, like our
Yeah,
entire day. So,
go rate, review, give us your thoughts. So happy to have you guys here. Happy 2025. Let's just manifest the shit out of this new year and have the best year ever. So excited. And yeah, we love you. And with that, Internet Girls are out.
no.